Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Boss Rush Network. I'm your host, and I'd like to excited to be joining me is the one, the only Bossman himself, Mr. Corey Dirrig. Hello, good sir.
Hello. It is good to be here at 10 p.m.
We are some tired boys today,
Oh my
everybody.
gosh, dude, I wish we could just record this morning and this show in the morning, and it would be way easier. But we just can't. Oh man, I get so jealous of all the shows that get to record. Like, I don't know, when everybody else is awake.
And look, I had a busy day. I had to work, come home, literally change clothes, need to get to a rehearsal, and then go into the service. And then get out there to 7:30. Race here to record, to be like, in case if I had time to get there. But like, I have been out the house since like 6:30 this morning. I was like, goodness, Lord. I haven't. The only, like I was telling Corey, the only time I had been home was to change clothes so I could make it to the church that I was singing at for tonight. Which it was a really great service. It was really fun. It wasn't packed this year, but it was really interesting to see all the people who came out for it. And then just I had to stop by McDonald's to get something quick to eat, and then just came home. Be like, Corey, I'm set up. Let's roll.
Yeah, it's been a long day for sure. It's been a really long day.
Yeah, my Saturday, dude, just like disappeared after I had a rehearsal, had to do some shopping, had some Chick-fil-A, was knocked out after the Chick-fil-A, and like my whole afternoon and evening was just disappeared.
Yeah, that'll happen, But anyways, other than that, I'm great. The Browns lost today. That's not great, but I feel great.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, what, are you ready to give our Patreon producer some shout outs?
Oh, man, Ed, that was a terrible transition.
Why?
I don't know. Wake up. Wake up.
I'm here. I'm up and at 'em.
My name's
Ready
Ed.
to
I
go.
am McDonald's. No, I'm tired. Meow, meow, meow.
Look, I actually had Jimmy John's. Oh, look, we doing Snack Tendo already about stuff.
All right. Well, remember, you can support us directly over on our Patreon page, patreon.com/BossRushNetwork, where you can support your favorite creators directly every month. We offer 2 monthly tiers, the $1 tier, which grants you early access to several different shows, and our $5 tier, which grants you early access, plus a Patreon producer credit across the Boss Rush Network. So without further ado, our Patreon producers for this episode of Nintendo Pow Block are Adriel Munger, Austin Campbell, Celeste Roberts, my wife, Sana Dirrig, Francisco Santillan, and Rebecca Jewell. Remember, you can support us. Wow, that was terrible. Remember, all of our content remains free. Wow, that was, I don't know. I don't know about this. This is what happens when you record at 10 p.m. You have to do a 2-hour podcast. Remember, all of our content remains free. I want to thank all of our Patreon producers. I want to thank all of our patrons. And I want to thank everybody who listens on free feeds. Remember, all of our content remains free. But you can also support us by leaving a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or subscribing to the Boss Rush Network YouTube channel. Remember to hit that subscribe and that bell and the like the video, all those things. Follow us on Twitter at Pow Block Podcast. Anyways, back to you, Ed. That was a terrible read, but that's okay. My eyes hurt. Just to tell you how tired I am, we went to dinner tonight. And when we got back from dinner, I fell asleep twice in between getting home from dinner and this podcast. So,
well, everybody, it's time for Snack Tendo. Okay, so I'm just gonna get it out the way. Friday, I had Pizza Hut because I needed something quick. I was
Pizza Hut.
thinking of,
Ed.
I was think, I was
Ed.
thinking of what's it was I was close to them.
Mm-hmm.
It only took 15 minutes to get it made. They had a Mountain Dew waiting also for a 2 liter. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna order this. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna come home, eat, and try to relax and play games. So I did that Friday. Saturday I did Chick-fil-A. I did a grilled chicken. Sorry, Corey, not spicy.
Man,
I forgot the mayo.
you are all over the place, Ed. You are.
I know. I had a grilled chicken. Um, had had honey mustard and a Chick-fil-A sauce. Like I said, I forgot the mayo. I ate the waffle fries in the car on the ride home. Luckily, they were good. That disappeared. Had a high C, drank that disappeared.
High C.
Um, mhm. Fruit punch, high C fruit punch.
Okay.
Uh, drank that. Um, the day of this recording, I had Jimmy John's. I had a bootlegger sandwich, so which it was like roast beef and turkey, and they threw in some provolone cheese, which is weird because the thing is not supposed to have cheese in it. I didn't complain. I'm just like, okay, that's fine. And then had kind of McDonald's. Like, I was really boring this week, and so I'm sorry everybody that I'm running through this. But like, there's not a lot of new snacks out yet. I've been going to different places trying to find new food, and there's nothing. There's I just like I need to find a new restaurant. I just need to go in there straight blind and just order something, and then come back and talk about it. Because the places around here, I tried everything. I like I don't know what else to talk about and get and stuff. The Halloween candy is the same thing almost everywhere. There's no cookie or crazy candy corn thing out there, so uh, there's just nothing. And I didn't get to go to my favorite grocery store yet to see if they got anything new. So
Mm.
I've just been boring this week and everything.
Man, Ed. I was really counting on
Yeah.
you to, bolster this segment.
Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody. Next week I will have something because this week coming up weekend I will be off. Um, so I will be well, I should rephrase that. Yes, I am off Saturday and Sunday. Um, but I'm kind of going to be not head in charge at work, but I'm going to be the probably the one that everybody's going to be relying on and
Ed's in
needing.
charge, everybody.
Yeah, my store manager is going to be gone for 2 weeks on a vacation.
Ooh.
Uh, yeah, so I'm going to be kind of the person that if the other managers can't do it or something happened with their situation, then I gotta be at the store. And I'm not trying to work at the store 7 days a week. I'm not trying to do none of that. I want to do what I need to do and have my Saturday and Sunday to myself.
Mm. Mm.
Besides you, Corey, or
Mm.
if anyone else from Boss Rush.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Is that it? Is that what is that?
That's pretty much it.
Man, Ed. Man. Really you need to step it up, Ed. You got to get more snacks in
Yes,
you.
I will have more. I will have more snacks in me. I was having such a fun time Wednesday night, but you guys will be able to see that in coming weeks. I should say that.
Hmm. I mean, for me, there's not really any new food. I mean, we went out to dinner with well, like I lied. I actually just lied to you all just now. Yesterday we got pizza and chicken and JoJo's and stuff. You all right over there, Ed?
I'm
Oh,
here.
you're just breathing hard or
Oh, sorry.
really loud into your microphone.
Sorry.
It's like you're swallowing your microphone head.
Yeah, I pretty much was.
Anyways, we got pizza and chicken and JoJo's and stuff yesterday um, over at my sister-in-law's house, and the kids all made s'mores, and we watched the Cleveland Guardians game, and they swept the Rays in the first round of the playoffs, so that's cool. I'm not a huge baseball fan, really, but I will support the Cleveland teams, as you know, and
Mhm.
October baseball is exciting baseball. It was the longest. Ed, you are breathing into your microphone so loud.
Sorry.
I feel like I'm in a horror movie or something.
I'm sorry.
Uh, anyways, and then tonight we went out to eat for my dad's birthday. Uh, we went to a Mexican place over by their house, and it was super good. I got two chicken quesadillas,
Ooh.
and I usually eat light there because most of the people that go with me, when I go, don't eat all their food, and then I end up being fat and eating the rest of their food. So that's usually what happens. So yeah, that's what so like this time my mom didn't eat all of her food and she didn't want to take it home, so she offered it to me and I said sure. And it
Mhm.
was a fajita quesadilla, and
Ooh.
it's I mean the regular quesadillas are way better I think, but this one like I like the seasoning they put on the peppers and onions and the
Hmm.
shell of the quesadilla. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was good.
How quickly was did it disappear?
Oh, it was gone in like 5 seconds.
Oh
You know,
wow.
you know. So yeah, it was good. And we got that the white queso for the table, and that was good.
Uh,
Hot melted cheese is always delicious on some tortilla chips. Let me tell you.
so is quesadilla like a regular cheddar cheese looking kind of color? Is
No,
it like yellow?
it's like they use a mozzarella provolone mix um for theirs, so it's like white cheese.
Oh, okay.
Um So yeah, and then they have like the shredded chicken with the onions and green peppers mixed in with it, and it's super good. Oh, it's so good, man.
Ah,
Oh, it's so good.
that's good.
Yeah. Except I always feel like trash afterwards, but you know,
But you but you went home and fell asleep.
what can you do? Uh,
I
yeah.
mean, how often do you fall asleep after meals? Sometimes, if you're not recording or going gaming or anything, like if you get a chance like to eat and then sit down and then just like fall into the darkness, like how often does that happen? Not too often.
What you mean, like fall asleep when I get home?
After eating.
Like soon after most times. It's just look, it feels really good to just take a nap afterwards, you know?
Hmm.
And yeah, it's fun. It's nice. It makes me feel happy to fall asleep after eating, except with two kids and my wife who's also tired. Not usually fair. And so usually I wake up by her yelling at me to wake up. That's fine, you know? So,
uh, I remember me and my family, we had just had Red Lobster at the church. You know, we had a good time, ate some good food. We did take some home because you know we all had our salad and cheesy biscuits. We kind of ate half of our meal, but we was just like we just excited to get home. Dude, the moment we stepped into our all own individual rooms, within 7 minutes, I counted 7 minutes because everybody was asleep. Even when the phone had, we heard the phone ring, no one answered it because everybody was like dead, knocked out sleep. When I woke up, that's when everybody else woke up. Like we were gone, and it normally happens like after a good meal for us. When we get home, we're tired. We're just nap time.
Right.
or anything.
Right. So, yeah, that's about it for food. I mean, I like to eat food, and then I look at myself and wonder why I'm so large. But then I like food, so then that you know, whatever.
I gotta get in touch with Grayson, see when he wants to have our ramen dinner date.
Mm. Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know, man. I just have to assume that I'm just gonna be large forever, and then just you know,
no, I don't think so.
that's fine.
Uh, Well, everybody, it's time for you know what it is, everybody.
You know what it is? No, I don't know what that was. Please ignore.
Corey, what have you been playing?
You didn't say what it was. I need your hype and your excitement. We're gonna rewind this. Man, Ed, you're gonna
uh,
make me really edit this episode tonight, aren't you?
no, I am not. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get energy, everybody. Um, so you have to forgive me. Uh, play with power. What have you
Wow.
been playing with power, Corey?
Um, I have been playing shocker, almost nothing because it turns out every time I have something to do, it takes me forever to do. So, um, honestly, I really haven't been playing a lot. I played a little bit of Destiny this weekend, but other than that, like I just have not had time to play a lot. Uh, I played a little bit of Tetris the other night too, but my goal this weekend was to beat Link's Awakening, and I haven't even
Mhm.
touched my Switch. The only reason why I touched it was to get it away from my children because they
Oh wow.
grabbed it. So yeah, so far pretty pretty disappointed. This is a pretty disappointing episode to a lot of people, I'm sure, listening. But it's fine.
Well, for me, I play I started up BioShock Remastered on Series X. Because I got the BioShock collection. And I meant to start Dead Space Saturday, but like I said, I was knocked out. But I started up BioShock Remastered and I just put it on easy. I'm kind of just I don't know if I'm going to try to 100% it or anything, but I'm just like I kind of just want to blow through the game just to refresh myself on how that game unraveled and everything. And it's okay, it's fun and everything. I did though Saturday morning play Splatoon 3 with Grayson. We were on the same team for one match, and then it switched us, and then he made a public private room, so I joined him. And man, we had some intense battles with Splatoon. And he's great at it, and we each were holding our own. But we was winning some, we lost some, and everything that I mean, there was probably two matches that we lost that the team really took a lot of pain. But the way that the map looked that we was with that me and Grayson was on, it had our team's ink. And until it did the overhead view, and then it showed. I'm like, oh dang it, because I was stopping some of the inklings. Um, we got a wipeout on the other team. I interfered their base. Like we were all working together, and there was one match that we thought we had, and then when we looked over, the other team had most of their ink for the land. I'm like, oh dang it. So but we had so much fun. I was texting Grayson. I was just like I'm like, man, I knew we had that. And he's just like, I know. I don't know what happened or anything, but we were like really into it. It was a really great time. So we'll have to link up again and play more Splatoon. Played Spiritfarer, getting a little bit further into that. Just got a lion added to my boat. So,
Hmm.
but I there's some things that I'm still gotta find and grind, so I could actually continue to progress in the story. Right now, I'm at a point where there's this ice that's blocking me from going forward. So there's some items I gotta get and craft so I could go to um this shark uh who tells these jokes and everything, and he's kind of funny. I mean, the jokes are kind of lame, but they are funny when you read them and everything. And he always would tell you a joke, laugh at himself, and then he'll like do what he needs to do for you. So I can't wait to like progress in the story. I'm really enjoying Spiritfarer. It really is a good game. We're not gonna say good. It really is a great game, and I can understand why people would give it its awards. Have it on Xbox One, um, and man, I it's very interesting to see that how this game was a was it was shown at Microsoft's E3 for a while, and then it shows up on one Nintendo Direct, and then the game is out. Like it's so weird. I always wondered, did was Microsoft was supposed to have an exclusive release for this game, and it just took too long? Because I don't think the game got like
It was on
I
it
don't.
was on Game Pass before Switch.
But both of them came out on Xbox and Switch
I know. I'm
at the
telling you,
same time.
it. I think it had a small. Uh, hold on.
I was wondering, yeah, I was wondering if it was supposed to be coming out. Was it supposed to release for Xbox and then later on plan for Switch? But the developers had too many delays or something.
Yeah, I
I
don't
always
know.
wondered.
I don't know. I don't know, Ed. I don't
So,
have an answer for
uh,
you.
I did pick up Near Automata, which was weird, Corey, because
I
I
also
found it
picked
at,
that up.
yeah, I got my copy at Target. Best Buy didn't have it. I'm like, oh, this is
I'm
interesting.
telling you, that game is going to be extremely short printed.
Mm-hmm. I was shocked to see. I think my Target that's close to me, I really think they only had like two copies, one for the display case and one in the bin. Because when I got the display one, I mean, and it was still wrapped up. It wasn't open or anything, and I was just like, wait a minute, someone went and brought this game. I'm like, this is interesting. But the Best Buy did have all the Bayonetta ones. So I'm just like, well, shoot, mine's coming Wednesday, so
Yeah, mine ended up coming
mm,
last week. Yeah, I ended up getting both of those. It's gonna be a it's gonna be a tight window though because of all the just there's just a lot going on in the next couple weeks slash months, and I just I'm trying to figure out how this is all gonna work with all these games coming out. You know,
or shoot, because Raymond Rabbids is like, it's not this week, but it's
you mean
next
Mario
week.
plus rabbits,
Mario plus Rabbids. I
raving
said Raymond
rabbits.
Rabbit. Goodness.
Are you all right, Ed? Do we need to take a little break tonight?
No, no, we're good, everybody. And then we got Persona 5 later on this month, along with Bayonetta 3. Um, then next month, God of War and Pokemon. I'm just like, man, that this is a lot that's happening and everything.
Yeah. Well,
Was playing a little bit of Streets of Rage 2 because I was updating the Sega Genesis games that came to the system. Um, So, but they're all it's updated now. I just gotta go in and let them reveal and everything. But yeah, I was just playing some games here and there and everything. I just gotta now, finish some of my old stuff and get that out of the way. Uh, And like I said, I got Valkyrie Elysium, so I gotta hook up my PlayStation 4 and try that, and install it, and hopefully my PlayStation 4 don't sound like a jet and die out on me or fly away or anything.
Mm,
So I still need to be finish Horizon Forbidden West. I need to get that done
mm.
and everything. Uh, but yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing with Power. Uh, McCory, are you ready for Femi News?
Yeah, I suppose we can do some of that. So we kind of already talked about it a little bit on an expansion pass coming up, but the Mario movie. I want to talk a little bit about the Mario movie. The trailer came out. It was surprisingly good. I was actually kind of really worried about this movie for a long time, and not because of the Chris Pratt thing, just because like you know, this whole I don't really care for Illuminations as a studio.
Hmm.
And I know sometimes people say that's because I'm pretty Disney biased, and I mean, I guess that's partially true, but also I just don't really care about like Despicable Me or Minions, or I don't think they did Shrek, but like I'm not a big DreamWorks person either, and so like I don't know, I was just kind of shocked. I think the last movie I actually liked from them was the Lorax, like the Dr. Seuss thing.
Oh yeah, that one was
And
good.
this kind of gives me a little bit of the Dr. Seuss vibes a little bit.
Hmm.
Some people were saying he looks like Fix It Felix from Wreck-It Ralph. I'm like, well, who do you think that character was based off of? Come on, did you watch that
Right.
movie? Did you see what Wreck-It Ralph was based on? It's essentially, uh, it's like a mix between Wrecking Crew and Donkey Kong. So, I mean, let's
Right.
let's you know, you're kind of John Maddening over there, stating the obvious, but that's I don't know. I really liked it. I think Jack Black is a great Bowser. I think, I actually really don't mind Chris Pratt's voice as Mario like at all. And I know Stephanie wrote a great Boss Rush banter over on the website, so please check it out. I'm gonna link it in the show notes below on YouTube and in the podcast feeds and stuff. So please go read that. But it definitely gave me some Super Mario Super Show vibes. Just the
Hmm.
tone and obviously, like I th- I don't know if they said this, but I think we knew that they were gonna go with the New York Brooklyn Italian accent and not the super semi what do you say, offensive Italian accent in this movie.
Stereotype.
Yeah. So yeah, and I know people were still mad that it's not Charles Martinet or whatever, but I'm like, I get it, but also I would not want to listen to that for 2 hours, you know?
Mm-mm.
And we didn't see everybody, but Keegan Michael Key as Toad nails it. Jack Black as Bowser nails it. I think Charlie Day is gonna nail it as Luigi. Uh, I'm actually like excited to see this, and it was funny. I was showing my son, like, I mean, my son doesn't know anything about video games, right? He's
Hmm.
1.5, but like he was smiling the whole time when I showed him the trailer. Like he was pointing and laughing and stuff. And my daughter was like, Mario. And she's like, who's that mushroom man? I'm like, that's Toad. He's like, he doesn't look like a toad. I'm like, fair, I guess, because toad, like a toad is like a real animal, and they're learning about all that
Yes.
in school. And I'm like, okay, fair. Uh, I was like, no, that his name is Toad, like a toadstool, like a mushroom. She's like, oh, okay. Like she's just like, I don't care. But what did you think of the trailer, Ed? I really liked it a lot.
I I love it. I enjoyed it. When we talked on Expression Pass, the penguins they were funny.
Oh yeah, the
Uh,
penguins.
yeah, seeing dude, someone took that whole first part trailer and turned and used Super Mario 64 graphics to uh
Oh
to
really?
animate it. I was just like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. Yeah. but I didn't have a problem with Chris Pratt's voice. I know, outside of his release and the controversy with that, I just hope that the movie is fun. That's all
Hmm.
I want from the movie is to
Yeah.
be fun, creative, and like I really wanted to laugh. And I feel like it's gonna have some serious moments, and Miyamoto's been like involved, like Nintendo has been involved in this because of what they did with the Super Mario Brothers movie. They want to make sure that this animated version that they are probably, I'm assuming, funding, getting involved, they want to make sure that it's right and everything.
Hmm.
um so and Corey, when we was talking about what other games could lead to movies, that started appearing on different websites. Like Nintendo Life asked about it. Um, People on Twitter, social media started asking about it, and it's just like, wow, we was ahead and discussed this. You guys be able to check it out in a couple of weeks. But if you are a Patreon supporter, you'll be able to see it real soon. Um, it was just something to really uh love and enjoy, and people are kind of hot for Jack Black now, being as Bowser and
So
everything.
Stephanie, uh, we have like a Boss Rush podcast group chat, and Stephanie sent the chat an image of like it's a Jennifer Aniston at 51, and she's looking all like hot and sexy or whatever, and then it's a
Yeah,
Jack Black at 51, and he's like has his shirt off and like these short shorts and a cowboy hat and some boots. I'm like, that that makes sense. Yep.
yeah. uh, but I'm excited to see this movie. I and it's not going to be around my birthday. I know that much, but I'm definitely going to treat myself to go see this. I'll probably see it after this midnight showing because I know it's going to be bunkers. It's going to be so many kids and their parents going to see this movie. I think I'm probably going to have to catch it during the day, like a matinee or something. Um, because that's the only way that I'm going to go see it, be able to see it and everything. While folks are at work or kids are, at school. Like if I could get a way to go watch the movie, come back, talk about it, I'll be happy to do that. I'm so excited.
Mhm.
And I think we're gonna get some more trailers. I feel like we'll probably get something at the Game Awards
Mhm.
and everything.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get the full rollout until like March leading up to it. Um, but hopefully they don't show too much. Because it's that the best parts are in the trailer, and then when the movie comes out, everything is blah. It's just like, oh, it's an animated movie. Like I want to be surprised of what they do. Or is Shy Guys, or like Super Mario Brothers 2 playing a part of it? Like what is really going on in this world and everything? I'm interested to see where they go. But it was a really great showing for this movie direct question mark.
Mhm.
Uh
I was
um
surprised they didn't tease something else. You know, like I mean, I know they said they were going to be in games, but I'm like, sometimes they say that and they're like, just kidding. So I don't know. I'm kind of surprised they didn't do that, but oh well.
Yeah, I know the memes are. Why is it with Nintendo? All the memes come out, all the gifts come out. Like we
Are you
got the
talking about the
one
one
with
where Mario looks like his chest hurts or something that
yes, and
everybody's using?
everybody like
That
yeah.
that Grayson uses every 10 seconds on Twitter. Every time I
uh,
open Twitter, he's commenting something else and he uses that image. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on here?
yeah. Someone did so. So when you laying on the man's chest, and it's the tone when he's hugging the mushroom. I'm like, oh wow,
Hmm.
just it always happens. Like whether it's a Nintendo Direct with a certain game, or it's like this Mario one or in indie Direct. It's always something with Nintendo quickly after the presentation, there is a gift. Even Pokemon, there is a gift that come out, uh, or in a meme that people just use. I'm like, y'all are quick on it. But I remember like Pokemon just the artistry people had for when they first revealed the three starters, like after when they first like announced it and showed them, man, people were already having fan art out.
Hmm.
I'm like, dang, they just only did the trailer and you guys already had it out and people already got polls going on who's gonna be your starter and like I'll die for this Pokemon and everything. Like it's just so weird that anybody else could do a presentation for video games and nothing would come out of it.
Yeah.
Nintendo does one and there's all this like enjoyment, I should say, that comes from it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of games that have fans though that do all that, but
Hmm.
so yeah. Anyways, the Mario movie looks cool. I'm excited to see what comes out of it. I know we kind of already talked about that, so look forward to that in an expansion pass episode. This coming Sunday for patrons.
Yes.
So, all right, Ed. Our next story here. Overwatch 2 is having some problems. Some server issues. They got DDoSed twice last week. They are not able to handle the server loads of people who want to come in and play. I tried to get it on Switch, and like I never merged my account, so like I
Hmm.
never, you know, uh, I never got to merge my Blizzard accounts across things, and then I tried to do so, and like since I logged in on Switch and not my Xbox, my accounts got locked out. So I spent like an hour trying to unlock my accounts. So that was fun, and then I never got in. So yeah, which is sad because I really wanted to play Overwatch 2. I didn't get to play it on my console or on like Xbox or anything yet because like it's I can only use my TV when I have time to use my TV. But for now, I tried it on my Switch and I couldn't get in. And there was like 20,000 people in line, so that was neat.
Um, I it's weird. People was just like, while I'm waiting in the queue, I'll play Splatoon. Like people been playing other games while waiting to get it in the queue. I don't really. Something about Overwatch 2 just doesn't excite me.
Well,
Like,
you never
and
played
I
the
don't
first
know.
game, so I mean, let's
True,
you know.
but Blizzard knows that for the past few years that this game Overwatch has been out, you know how big your community has been. So why don't you have enough servers for a game this big, this magnitude? You know everybody was trying to get on it at one time.
Yeah, but this happens to every game at launch, right? I mean, this happened to
Mhm.
Diablo. This happened to this happens to Destiny every year. This
Oh,
happens to
Diablo was a mess.
so I mean, this happens every year, right? It's not like it's not like they didn't try, but I don't know, man. It just seems like this whole launch around this game has just been like struggling. I think they probably should have held it. Like, and I know too many games are coming out next year, right?
Hmm.
But it's just, man, like just get just get through this and like I don't know. I think they probably should have held it because the game is also having a lot of issues too. I hear from people and I think since Overwatch 1 came out there's been better and more interesting experiences, right? Like Apex
Hmm.
Legends or Fortnite, or if you want something a little meatier, like Destiny or The Division, right? There's just different experiences. I mean, Destiny was out when Overwatch came out, right? And that's not what I'm saying,
Yeah.
but Destiny is in such a different and better place now that there's just better experiences out there at this time. And not to say that Overwatch is a bad experience, but it's a game that is so big and so fan driven that if you're going to launch a second game, which is a bad idea, you need to have it ready. You need to be ready. And, between that and the game's bugs and the battle pass situation and the character unlocking situation, it's just.
Shoot, the phone number situation.
Yeah, the phone number situation, which they removed, by the way. But still, it's just like, oh my gosh, what are you even doing? And I'm not like the smartest person around, but like they should have just like when this Blizzard like the scandal happened a year ago or whatever, and the Microsoft purchase and stuff, they should have just said, look, we're updating the original Overwatch. And, this was originally planned for Overwatch 2. We're just going to update the original game. We're going to start adding heroes. We're going to transition into a seasonal battle pass model. If you purchase the game, you get skins like founder skins or whatever, or, like a thank you package, but we're transitioning into free to play. They should have just done that. There was no need for Overwatch 2. The big promise also for Overwatch 2 was that there's a campaign, but guess what? There's no campaign yet. So, it's basically just Overwatch.
And this is the worst thing. And regardless of what you think of Call of Duty right now, that is about to become the multiplayer game that Overwatch should have been, in a sense, with its players. If Overwatch 2 is still a
Call of
mess
Duty's
by
not
time,
exactly in a great position either.
well, but for people who are doing a lot of multiplayer stuff, who could hop into a game and play, Call of Duty is going to fulfill that and everything. Because the Battlefield game is still a mess with some people. I mean, it still has its players, but I feel like people have moved on. If Overwatch 2 are still having issues by the time this Call of Duty game happens, people are going to drop their excitement or their wait time for Overwatch 2 and go into Call of Duty or go into Destiny, or probably even sales might even go up for Splatoon 3. Like, there's going to be other multiplayer games that people are going to go, because it's going to get to a point where people are going to feel like, just take the game offline, fix it, and then when you're ready to go, give it to us. Because of we're playing Call of Duty, your player number is going to drop significantly and everything.
Yeah,
they're.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, they're both games from Activision, but when it comes to multiplayer in the Activision, Blizzard company home, Call of Duty takes first place. I thought it would be World of Warcraft, but that's gone silent. And Final Fantasy 14 has stole that thunder quickly.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Warcraft's a different monster that probably don't need to talk about right now. But yeah, I mean, I hope Overwatch finds its legs. It's just, man, they really screwed this up. I mean, they screwed this up by starting to say they were going to announce, Overwatch 2, and like, I know people have issues with the 5v5 thing instead of the 6v6 thing, and just ranked versus unranked, and battle passes and skins and character unlock. It's just, it's not a good look.
I really feel like it needed a direct to break down everything, to show people this is what you're getting in Overwatch 2. Because and this is just probably me, and I'm sorry everybody if I missed a lot on it. I really feel like the game got announced, and then later on, they said it's coming to these platforms and everything, and I really feel like they just released it. I don't feel like there was no time, there was no hype for a date. I feel like they didn't do enough to explain what things are changing and stuff. I feel like they didn't really like kind of advertise it. It really just felt like, here it is, we're walking away. Oh, it got problems? Okay, let's be able to fix these problems. Because right now, I literally feel like take the game offline and just fix it. I would rather you bring out something that is going to work, which is Call of Duty. I feel like, and let that be the multiplayer game for people who want to play stuff from Activision. And then when you feel like Overwatch 2 is ready to go, then deliver Overwatch 2. Because
Yeah.
right now it's just a state of a mess, and we don't know when it will ever be fixed. I
Yeah.
mean, yes, we got November and December, but I'm just like, dude, you're gonna not dude, I'm sorry. For a company like them, they're going to run into problems because everybody's focus on games are going to go somewhere else. God of War is a big thing. Um, Pokemon is a big thing. There's still there's still games getting announced that could surprisingly drop at any time.
Yeah.
Scoring is about to come out on Xbox. Like there's stuff that people are going to be looking forward to. And if this game is not fixed, they're going to go there. People are willing to invest in other games and wait for Overwatch 2 to be ready. Because if Overwatch 2 is not ready by the end of the year, people are going to forget it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I even saw some things in the marketing that like people didn't even know it was free to play, which is a terrible look. Also, they
Hmm.
thought they had to buy that $40 founders pack or whatever.
Yeah.
Which, if you already own the first game, you already own the founders pack. So, just a warning out there for those looking to maybe check out Overwatch. It is free to play. Also, the Switch version uses the Overwatch 1 client. So if you already have Overwatch installed on your Switch, just launch Overwatch and it'll update for you. Like, just, I don't know, man. It's just a really weird thing going on. So, all right, let's talk about something else because it's upsetting me. So where was the story I was looking at?
I While you looking for your next story, Corey, I did see something about Nintendo cracking down on the sister stuff, but I haven't read it. I
On the
haven't
what
watched a
stuff?
video or anything on the Nintendo cracking down on some of the like uh hentai or anime
Oh
games
yeah.
or something like that. I haven't got a chance to read it or see the video. I just seen a title for it. I know you were looking for it and everything, but I didn't get a chance to see. I'm like, oh, Corey mentioned something like this, but we
Mm.
didn't get like the full breakdown of it.
Yeah, we're not going to
So,
talk about that. Nintendo's
oh no,
cracking
no,
down on no. Nintendo's cracking down on a lot of adult games that expose parts of the body that maybe children shouldn't be looking at. That's all we're going to talk about there. Just because we like to keep this show a little bit clean. If you want to hear more about that, you can go to our other shows and we can talk about it there. All right, Ed. So, Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden have a January release date for the Switch. Um, they're both coming out on the same day, which is January 19th, which is what, one day before Fire Emblem?
mm-hmm, yeah.
So that's really interesting. And the other interesting thing that I think a lot of Nintendo fans are kind of upset about is that both of these titles are digital only. And that kind of sucks, I think.
Which they did say when they first announced it that 3 and 4 was going to be digital. PlayStation and Xbox, PlayStation 5, I should say, and Series X and Xbox and Game Pass, they're only getting digital 2 of 3 and 4. So
Mm-hmm.
Switch players are not left. We are not left out. Atlas planned it this way. So yeah,
Yeah.
you can get the physical of 5, but they're not doing 3 or 4 physically for any of the platforms.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, that's super interesting. I was planning on getting at least Persona 4 Golden physically, but guess not. The other interesting thing too is that they're putting it out so close to Fire Emblem, which I know like that audience has some crossover, but not a lot. But like
Hmm.
I think putting them close together is definitely it's definitely gonna sway some people to lean one way or the other if they can't afford both or all three or something, right? So
Right.
that's I don't know, man. I'd have this Nintendo's been doing this a lot lately, and I don't understand why they're putting out a lot of third party games around first party games, right? Like we're about to see it in a couple weeks with Mario plus Rabbids comes out the day before Persona, which comes out, what, 3 or 4 days before Bayonetta 3.
Hmm.
Uh, and this Persona 3 and 4 and Fire Emblem. And then we have Octopath Traveler 2 with Kirby. And it's like, there's a whole month. Why are we like, why are we shoving all these games into one weekend? Like I don't really understand what's going on here.
It has to be something about the business quarter sometimes for some of
No,
them,
yeah,
but
but not in the
but
same weekend. There's a whole month.
well, yeah, but I think the thing about it is, I think like definitely for this Fire Emblem and the Persona thing, Sega knew what Nintendo was doing when the Direct came out and they put out a date. Only thing that we knew of Persona 3 and 4 after 5 was announced that is coming in the future. So Sega didn't even have a planned date, but they figured they had to look at that because the thing about it is this Nintendo Direct was just last month. So you waited to see what Nintendo was because and Sega is trying to be business savvy with it. Yes, let you guys could you guys get this ready by this after watching that Nintendo Direct? Because the thing about it is that we know that we can make some money with the Persona series. And so what's smart is while Nintendo's making their money on Fire Emblem, let's make some money in that same week. It's all business. It's all have to be about money because Sega's not going to complain about it if they get good sales on Switch. They're hoping that Sega is hoping that people triple buy these games, that they buy Persona 3, that they buy Persona 4, and they buy Fire Emblem Engage. Nintendo's definitely going to benefit it. Don't care what they buy on the system. Nintendo gets a cut of all three of them. So regardless of what happens. But Sega was just like, if we could add along with Nintendo, we could get good sales. Whatever Nintendo is getting, we're getting. So if they get 1 million sales, we have a possibility of getting 1 million sales on Switch alone. Not counting Xbox with Game Pass or people who want to buy it, not counting PlayStation 5 if people want to buy it. If we could get direct sales on the eShop along with Nintendo getting their sales, we both benefit.
Yeah, I just
Because yeah, because Persona 3 and 4 was already announced before Fire Emblem Engage. We knew nothing about Engage until that direct and then they announced the date. Sega should have been talking already what this date would have been.
yeah, I don't know, man. It's just interesting, I guess. It's just interesting that they just shove all these games together. I mean, like,
Hmm.
we're looking at October, and I know October is really full anyway, but like, they put out Near and No Man's Sky like right next to each other. It's just there's like a whole month, and like Switches has a different audience than everybody else, so you would think their calendar would be kind of shift accordingly. But man, I don't know.
I think a lot of the developers is just like we're not pushing product on PC or on the other systems. This is a hypothetical, everybody. We're not pushing the products like that. So if Switch is more viable for us to push products and it gets people who are curious to see what it is, then that's a guaranteed sale that people will get it. Whether the quality is good or not, whether they read the review or not, if we could get that sale, and right now, when it comes to selling games, Nintendo Switch is the system that is selling games.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it was just I agree. Like I'm excited for Persona 3 and Persona 4 the drop. I'm going to get them and everything. I'm kind of weird though that they didn't do FES for Persona 3. That is a
Yeah.
different game.
Well, the rumor right now is that that Persona 3 Fez is going to get a remake. I've been hearing that for some time now.
Hmm.
So, we'll see, I guess, but yeah, it's still kind of kind of weird. So,
Yeah. And this is just January. Like we oh to add on to that, Corey, even though this is more Nintendo, Forspoken comes in January. Also, I think it comes
what
after
does?
Forspoken.
Oh yeah. But it's not coming to
I think
Switch though.
it's not coming to Switch, but I'm like, just think of those. Those are four big major games in January that we already know of. I'm like, what else could they drop in January? Because if I don't know if this is an expansion pass topic or anything, but when have we ever had stack months back to back? Because of
Every month
January,
ever.
no, but I'm talking about literally where the month is like super stacked with games.
I mean,
You know,
the
oh, go
big
ahead.
one that stands out is September of 2019, right? But like,
Right.
October's pretty stacked. It's just I think a lot of these games have been stuck in COVID, right? And
Hmm.
we're just getting out of the COVID kind of uh sequence of development, right? I know COVID's been well, kind of over. Nobody cares about it anymore. For a while, but like, development time still has to take place, and so we're just kind of getting
Yes.
out of that. And I I think that this we're just seeing all these games come out because A, they need to come out because of fiscal timing, but B,
Yes.
like they I mean it's time for them to come out. It's just time for them to come
Yeah.
out.
Because I 100% agree. Because we got like we talked about this month in October. It's stacked. February is only 3 months from now. If you think about it, and February is a stacked month.
Hmm.
I mean, if you're going from January from with heavy RPGs and action into February with all of those games, like what can it just Nintendo alone? If Nintendo gets a stack March and a stack April,
Yeah.
that leads up to Zelda Tears of the Kingdom in May. Because Nintendo don't need May to be stacked. If Nintendo gets May stacked with games, the question is going to be, why did you stack all of these games? We already know that Zelda is going to take place. It's going to be like on everybody's mind and in hand, but you're doing that right before the summer. You could spread games out till the summer. Third party, spread these games out to the third party on Switch.
Yeah.
You know, I rather have a dead month where there's one or two games, or even like if you're going to have a stack indie games, stack it with a lot of indie games, not trash or questionable content titles. Indie games that people are looking forward to play. Because I feel like, shoot, Silk Song be a good time to get out in April.
Yeah.
And I know it's coming to Game Pass, but shoot, Game Pass Microsoft's lineup is looking good for 2023. They could get Silk Song out in April, right before the Legend of Zelda, and that be the game of April. I would literally be fine with it.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm still planning on trying to get some my you know I think my thing is now is I'll get them physically, and then if I see myself playing them soon, I will get it digitally. So
Hmm.
I've so my anything I've bought on Switch over the last year or so, I guess, has remained sealed, and I'm gonna keep it that way. Unless, Nintendo decides to shut down the Switch eShop and not let anybody carry their games forward, which is
No,
a true possibility that I don't want to
I
think about.
wonder. I wonder should I get that Yoko's Island physical for Switch? I'm like, it's really hard because I kind of do want to bring my Switch or bring a list. Be like, what do I have on the eShop that's physical that I may want to double dip if I could get a good sell on them?
Yeah. Well,
I don't have to worry about the Xbox. I buy my games in for Xbox or PlayStation. I
yeah.
don't have to double dip for those systems.
Nope.
Switch though, yeah,
Yeah. Well, guess we'll find out.
yes, we shall. Yeah. I think 2023 is good. It's just stacked. I just surprised that those three games are back to back.
Yeah.
You
Um.
know.
All right, Ed. So there is a new Splatfest coming, and it is Pokemon themed. I think a lot of people are really excited for this, uh, especially because like it's pretty much a starter thing where they say,
Hmm.
are you a water, fire, or grass type starter? Um, so what do you think about this? I know that you've been playing some Splatoon with Grayson and other people. So what are your thoughts? What do you think?
I think it's cool that it's a way to promote Splatoon, and we never talked about Nintendo crossovers with other Nintendo prop or IPs or
Yeah, this is
in the
a
Nintendo world.
this is a really
Go ahead.
smart crossover. This is this I'm shocked they haven't really done it before. Like this is a really smart crossover. And I wonder
Right,
what
because
other
it's
games.
more just. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I wonder what other games they could do it with. Right? Like, I mean, I guess Mario they could do it like, are you Mario or Luigi person, or like Zelda? Are you a Link, a Zelda, or Ganon, Team Ganon, or whatever, right? And you could do like a couple
Hmm.
different colors there. But man, Pokemon, what a smart crossover. I feel like these franchises are like, they're definitely not the same type of game by far, but
Yes.
they are for the same people. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, and I like the theme because Pokemon is the yin yang. It's strong versus weak, like knowing the enemy's weakness and stuff. And with Splatoon, you're kind of doing like who could paint the most over other people paint. You're going for turf. You know, is fire gonna take off blue? Or is green gonna take over fire? Or like as a three-way turf war to see who is going to come out, it really leads to be like who has the best teamwork,
Yeah.
you know,
Hmm.
and everything. Who could get somewhere faster? Because it's not. It's more with sorry, when it comes to the Pokemon and the starters and stuff. What element do you love more to choose for your Pokemon?
Yeah.
You
So,
know, because like I said, Corey is fire, I'm grass. Corey could burn me, but I'm still gonna be able to do some damage and heal myself if, I practice, get my stuff up. And maybe I do have a grass type that could also do water. So I could, even though I'm weak against Corey's attack, I he's gonna be wiggle over my water side, and I can use my grass to heal or protect me.
Mm,
To fun or anything.
yeah. So I think this is super cool. There's not really
It is.
again, there's not really a lot to talk about here, but it's definitely super cool, and I hope that it goes well. I wonder what don't you get like t-shirts for your character afterwards or something like the winner or
Yes.
something? So I think those will be
Yes.
super cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would love to like you said, I would love to see more games that do turf war, the three-way turf war, or be the Splatfest using Nintendo games. Like I think when the Mario movie comes out, we are going to see that Mario stuff and everything. Or shoot, I would love some Mario costumes in Splatoon 3.
Hmm.
Uh, you know, that's if you go see the movie or anything, here's a QR code that you can add to Splatoon.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I guess the last thing I wanted to talk about, Ed. Well, two things, I guess. One's there's nothing really to talk about, but uh, Mortal Kombat is celebrating its 30th anniversary. Um, I don't know if you saw that cool trailer they released for the 30th anniversary, but it's super cool. Um, Even if you're not into Mortal Kombat, I highly recommend watching it. I think this is just like a really cool way to celebrate the franchise. And Ed Boon threw it out on his Twitter the other day, and it's just I don't know, man. I'm not like a huge Mortal Kombat guy by any stretch, right? Like I played it on
Hmm.
Switch. I played the new one on Switch for a little bit, and it was good. It was a good time for a couple days, but I don't know. I really like this trailer. It celebrates everything that's fun and dumb about Mortal Kombat, and like kind of celebrates where it's been, and kind of doesn't really hint on where it's going, but it kind of just thanks fans for 30 years of this ridiculous franchise. And uh yeah, I just take the time to watch it. It's super cool.
Yeah, I will. I grew up playing Mortal Kombat, playing it in the arcade and playing the Super Nintendo version because I rented the Super Nintendo version, but I also played the Genesis. And I kind of felt like when Mortal Kombat 2 came out, that set the tone new for fighting games. And the way that we wanted a big game for our Nintendo system or our video game system. When Mortal Kombat 2 came out for Nintendo and Nintendo said it will have blood, it'll be mature, everybody flocked to that version
Hmm.
and everything.
Yeah.
You know. Um
Yeah. It's
yeah. Oh, go ahead, Corey.
oh,
I'm sorry.
it's just a really important franchise to gaming, and it's dumb, it's ridiculous, the fatalities are stupid, and I mean, obviously it went through like a down period before Mortal Kombat 9 came out, and I mean, I would actually argue the DC one that they did, not Injustice, but the Mortal Kombat versus DC was actually pretty good. But um, yeah, just watch the trailer. Super cool, and I guess we'll see where Mortal Kombat is in 30 more years. Jeez, if we're even
Oh
alive by then.
wow.
Uh, and the last story, Ed. They did confirm that Jennifer Hale is the new voice of Bayonetta. You may know her from Mass Effect as female Shepard is probably her most recognizable role. Uh, so yeah, I mean, what do you think about the voice change? Are you all right with it? I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't really notice. I think the somewhere along the lines, the original voice actor for Bayonetta said that they never asked her to come back, and then recently she tweeted out that there was a scheduling conflict and she wasn't able to come back. So I don't know which story's true, but here we are.
Yeah. I'm I'm fine with this. I don't have no problem or anything. Um I just hope that, the jokes are there, the cheeky delivery is there and everything. That's all I really care for. And of course, it being a fun game. I think it's pretty cool that they changed it up, that they got a new voice actor. So, um I'm fine with it. I have no problems. There's a lot of games that do that. Um, I could actually say this. I felt like with God of War Ragnarok, I thought Kratos sounded different.
It,
I,
it is.
I
It's
I'm
a
just
new
like,
voice actor from the original games.
but it's not the one from God of War 4 though, right?
It is. Christopher Judge is still the actor.
He sounds so different in this one.
What? I don't think he sounds different at all.
He sounded different from me to me. Like something about the tone felt lighter than his dark voice is. Um, and maybe I need to watch both, like God of War, both God of War trailers, like the
Hmm.
God of War 4 and Ragnarok. It's just hear the voices trying to compare them, because it's just I don't, or it maybe the sound mixing or something. I just felt like he sounded different in there. I'm like, I cannot recognize who this is and
Yeah.
everything.
No, it's still him. So I don't know. Maybe it was just an odd sounding video. So
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, I'm fine with this. I'm excited to play the game. I can't wait. You know, yeah.
hmm. But that's all I got, Ed. That's all I got.
Uh, everybody knows that Halloween 64 is coming out. I wonder when is uh GoldenEye 007. I wonder if Microsoft and Nintendo are waiting for a certain date, like Thanksgiving or something, um, to release it.
I
I really wonder about that.
yeah, I don't know.
So. Well, I really don't have a doc mode, Corey.
I
Uh,
mean, here's the thing. We're recording late because we are busy people and we wanted to get an episode out. And so I mean, we don't really need one. We've been going for almost an hour and a half. So I mean,
okay.
I think I do kind of want to talk about some things though, just because some things in Boss Rush are going to be changing a little bit, and this show obviously means a lot to me and Ed, and we've always tried to like figure out what the best ways to make it better for everyone, you know, and I want this show to be the best it possibly can be. Um, and so I just I don't know. I think we're gonna try some new things. And maybe I don't know, not necessarily reformat the show, but just kind of like I really like the way we do expansion pass and just kind of have normal general conversations about things. And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of our news stories have been kind of scripted the last couple months, and it just kind of doesn't feel genuine or whatever, right? Like I want to get back to us just kind of hanging out and talking about Nintendo like we used to, and I know like I this is probably on me being stupid, right? But like just flip-flopping and doing all these things to try to make the show better, and if it doesn't work, we try to tweak it, and I don't know how good or bad that's working. And like try to maybe have like a rotating third chair in here too, just to have some fun. I mean, obviously we have people that we like to have on the show a lot, and um, I don't know. I just want this show to be the best that it can be, and obviously tonight we're tired, and it's not exactly the greatest episode we've ever put out. But like, I think we need to do some things. I don't exactly know what to do. First of all, Ed needs a new computer so we can use Zencaster and him not freeze every 10 minutes. But um,
Everybody, I am working on it. Hopefully, I'll have one soon. I seen that I'm supposed to be getting a raise. Um, not much, but a raise is a raise. So I should have something soon. I'm saving. I know I talk a lot about buying a lot of games, but I'm trying to save so I could get a better computer, um, something a little bit more reliable, I should say, so that I could stream better, um, and all of those things, and stuff. Um, that hopefully I could be able to edit better, um, and go and do those kind of things because I want to contribute more to Boss Rush. On If I could help on the production side, I will. Um, but I just want to be able to do more, and I just need a stronger computer. I thought the computer that I had would be good enough because the way that I was reading the specs, and I'm not computer literate, so forgive me. But I'm trying to find out what is the right computer for me, and I know that for a lot of it, it's going to cost some money. So,
That's not true. Computers don't cost money.
are
Just
you
kidding.
sure?
No, I'm not, because I'm getting ready to get a new one, and it's going to cost a pretty penny because I refuse to use Windows. So, uh,
And I continue to use Windows.
I refuse. I refuse. Ever since so, you know, I'm not going to go into that story right now. I'm too angry about it. But I am about ready to buy a new one for my my personal stuff, and I am not ready for how much that's going to cost. So,
I hear what you say. I know I need to go to a Best Buy and just talk to some representatives, and to get an idea.
I mean, why don't
Um,
you just talk to Laurent? Just
I
ask
did
him.
talk to Laurent.
Just ask him. Tell him what your budget is, and ask him what you need at that budget. And I'm sure he will be more than happy to do something.
Rattle off.
Um, yeah. So I mean
Well,
that's just something that was on my mind. Is just like, I don't know. I want us to be the best we possibly can be, and I don't
hmm
know if we are right now. And maybe that's just me in my head. So if just ignore me, I guess. Uh, but I just want us to be a great show, and do some great things and do some cool stuff because I love this show, and I just want us to have a great time doing it. So
yes.
that's all I have to say
Well,
though, because
er- everybody, I think we're gonna call that a show. I think we're gonna wrap it up here, Corey. Um,
no,
we
no, it's
we
fine.
must. Where can we find you, Corey?
You can find me at I am Corey HD on Twitter and Instagram. You can also find me on the Boss Rush podcast and various other things here on the Boss Rush Network.
You guys can find me on Twitter at that Retro Code, and on Instagram. You can check more of our work on bossrush.net and on our YouTube page. Come join us on the Discord, have a conversation with us, game with us, talk snacks, um, food, not food, snacks, video games, art, books, whatever that you feel like you want to talk about. Um, cut it up with us. I will say, Corey, I think this is more of a relaxive kind of episode. Yes, we are tired. But it just felt I was looking at Twitter, social media, and everybody just really felt like it was more of a laid back weekend. Like not really doing stuff, not really trying to look for it and be hyped for news. It just kind of felt like, you know, I had a trying time during work, and this is my time to just unwind and laid back. So I kind of feel like this was a laid back episode and everything. Sorry, everybody, if it sounds like a jungle mess, but this is how me and Corey used to record back in the day. Um, if you go, like I said, if you go look at some old power blocks, Me and Corey didn't have a topic, but we started talking within 10 minutes and then realized that our 45 minutes have passed and be like, what the heck did we talk about? Because we just bounced off each other with topics and ideas and opinions and stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's gonna be a laid back one. You know, it's fall. People are getting ready for Halloween soon. So
It's true.
hopefully. But with that, everybody, have a great week, have a great weekend, and we will see you next time on Nintendo Pow Block. Bye, everybody. Woo-hoo!
Goodbye.